started recording. Okay, so yesterday we had a plan. We had a plan was 54.45. It was a demand zone, but it just like 10 points short and then rallied all the way. It's like how many points? 130 points, right? Oh no, 200 points. So the SPX call, NDX call really out money call like 19500. It was $6.90. It went to $80. And it's insane. And I did a May 2nd with tomorrow DTE 19500. It went from $7,700 to 48,000. And so I didn't hold all the way to the end. No one knows really, like it went up so fast, right? So anyways, so this morning I said if the bullish momentum is really strong, we won't even drop below 5,600. This like 15 minutes. I said we could have just really tested 15-minute demand zone here week to week, and that's exactly what happened. So upside, we see probably 5,700. And then that probably is the daily wave three. And then we start descending. So where are we going to? So I have two levels. Let's look at daily. So daily, where the breakout area is 55, 30, 55, 21. I think this area could be one of the areas I'm eyeing. Or ideally, I'm still hoping where the 5,400 or even 53, the gap fill. So if we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 come here, it's not really something impossible. It's very possible. So if we come back down here, then we'll do either shares or calls. So the Apple and Amazon earning is not really bad. So Apple guidance is a little bit weaker, but the earning part is not super bad. So right now it's 205, somewhere here. And if market retreats some, so Apple could come back all the way to 190. So on daily, 190 could be the area you start to have a little bit position. And Amazon earning AWS is really good. So the international part is getting better too. And the US part is really good. So right now it's 184, somewhere here. I was hoping for a gap fill. Somewhat I felt like it should be dropping. So, but it only dropped to 181, and where I bought it and sold in 186.50. And the second time dropped to 181, I didn't buy. Um, should have bought. But anyway, so let's see. If market retreats some, it could drop more. And if anywhere below 175, we could actually start having like starting position. I'm assuming that you took some profit on the Microsoft, on Meta, those kind of tickers. And so if you load it from the low and it have been up a lot, and you want it, so on the daily wave 4, we only start loading when the SPY start printing. So this you're looking at the SPY 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking 4 somewhere near 536, 527. That's not really unreasonable. So that's what I'm hoping. And then eventually we'll go to 573. So on 30 minutes, I can see immediate downside we could hit here. And I'm still hoping we could here hit the bottom two lines. So on Qs, we have Qs are much stronger because all this Microsoft earning. Microsoft like the leap call, what leap call I had 400 or 400 call was $45, $42 or 45. And I sold it this morning 61. I mean, nothing too crazy, but it's 30% gain in 3 months. It's not too bad, 2, 3 months. So one, two, three, I'm thinking somewhere near 490, maybe 488, 490. And then four has this trend line resistance now, trend line support somewhere 454 or 446. That's somewhere I'm like eyeing, hoping. But immediate downside I can see could be, look at here, this target is really could be broad information line up with this. We could actually hit this two level. So when QQQ come to this level, I think you can load some just QQQ shares will be fine if you don't want to do individuals. Let's look at S&P sectors. The sectors you can see defensive, XLU, XLP, a little bit weaker than, but XLK day candle is not that beautiful either. So you can see the same for SPY QQQ. So UNH, I don't know. I think UNH may be a avoid a little bit because what I saw on UNH, I didn't really like what I see. So this is like a weekly level one. Okay, so assuming we can go to two will be somewhere 464, and then we'll go much lower. So if you already loaded, I have 100 shares, nothing too crazy. And so if we hit 464, I probably just exit and then wait until coming down a little. And this ticker is a good company for sure, but been weak, right? So a few sectors that I've been emphasizing, hack, daily wave three almost. So we are above uh, like a value area high, but here is a strong resistance. So tomorrow probably gonna print three, and then we retreat some. So all the tickers in this sector will follow. IGW already print like this is one of the sectors I've been pushing and pushing, right? So we hit resistance, printed three. On four, we could come back down to 87. And so cross drag, all those stickers are so high already, CDNS and Microsoft. So Microsoft, let's look at Microsoft. On hourly, it could come back down all the way gap fill, like a 394. So if you don't have any positions and you want to have some, you could load a little bit and right back to the wave five up on like 450 some area. So that's more than 10%. And Meta, let's look at Meta hourly. Meta is 1, 2. Let's look at daily. Daily probably gonna hit the value area high at some point. But if this Meta can come above this value area high, we don't really have a lot of resistance. The main resistance is really all here. So far we see 1, 2, 3, 4, and come back down. This is not what I want to see. But I don't think I have a choice. Apple, I'm seeing this might not be accurate, so but hourly is 1, 2. I mean, it's still uptrend. You have a low, higher low. 205 is still not even below this pivot point. So Apple is still pretty strong and it's 100 billion stock buyback. And now have a dividend too, 25-cent dividend, which is not super good, but it's not too bad, right? Better than nothing, right? So all this stuff, Microsoft has been always my favorite. So for a reason, Google. So we still haven't hit 172. So what I did, I don't know, I may regret for what I did. I added the share near 157, 159. I added two batches. And because I see Qs and SPYs daily wave three, so I sold 160 cover call for July or June, and I got paid $10. So if a share called away, it's almost equals to 172, right? If it doesn't get called away, I'm pocketing $10. And then next month I continue sell the same call. So that's my philosophy. You guys know how much I usually hate cover calls. So AMD earning next week. Next week, right? So on daily 1, 2, I can see this ticker go to 116. Am I bullish on earning? It's really hard to say, but I want to say I'm bullish on earning because it has been dropping every time. Maybe it's time for a change. So my system has changed. The wave is so subjective. So now we're saying, hey, we could go to 117, 130, but we may actually come back down at some point to 78, even lower. So it's up to you if AMD earning up, what do you want to do? I'm just gonna hold mine. And I will just aggressively hedge it. That's exactly what I did. Um, daily 85. Daily, I'm seeing 1, 2, should be at least 117. I mean, I'm purely watching the volume profile. We don't really have a lot of resistance from this level. I mean, here is a minor one, and then you have 110 minor. The stronger one is 117, but the real strong one is really 135 area. But we have a lot of overhead supplies. So it really depending on how they're gonna say about earning is I would say is house like 50-50. I'm not super confident. Like yesterday, Microsoft, I was very confident. And today, Apple, Amazon, I wasn't sure. Uh, because Apple phone is gonna be impacted by tariff. Even though when they move to India, they still have to have some kind of tariff agreement. So that's why we put on the SPY hedge. And SPY hedge turns out to be green. I'm 100% out because I was anticipating this move. And now if tonight this move is done, tomorrow morning look like we may already waking up to this level and then start daily wave four. We may actually end up the week as red, but we don't really have any. Tomorrow is Friday. Can we have Black Friday? I don't know. I think it's just eight, nines, depending on what J Paul is gonna say. I think this week we may be safe. But if it come to this level, I'm out on my Leap SPX calls. My 6,000 call made me not as much as 6,500. 6,500 one is much better because so far out the money and then it's like immediately you have like 500 point run or 1,000 point run, you can get 500% immediately. So they just keep adding puts, even though the market keep going higher. Big money has been adding puts. And so I know you guys not trading crude oil, but this may actually relate to oil companies. So on daily, I said yesterday we're gonna drop to like near 55. On 15 minutes, I think we have one more leg down. Either here, this is my long upside target T1, T2. We hit T1 and then dropped a little bit, but now we're back. So we could go all the way back up to 60, 50, and then come back down to 55, 80, 56 level, and then we start going back up. So if you want to have like a diversification, some of the oil companies might not be a bad place to add a little bit here. And what else I wanted to say? I wanted to say something. Okay, so block, all this block, claw, IZWay, XLK, I think they are all wave 3 already printed. It's gonna have a retracement. XLK hasn't. Probably tomorrow, somewhere maybe near 221. XLI, almost 2. XLRE. XLRE daily wave 5 is done. And on weekly, we may have a little bit retracement. That's why PS like AMT, PSA, all those real estate is bottomed. But home builder has been pretty lagging. I think it's still going. I add a little bit of BLDR, very small position today. So I'm seeing 235 on weekly, but it dropped really low. Ideally, it goes about 130. So on daily, could go to 130, and then I may exit and then reload when they come back down. Another ticker I was watching and I didn't get to go in. See, the other day I was talking about this ticker, I want to go long. It went to $70. So now when this ticker come back to 42, we can start buying a little bit. And because a lot of the tickers are moving so fast, cross-track on hourly. I think CrowdStrike is just too high. It's no longer attractive to me. Team. So Team had dropped on earning and is 190, somewhere near 190. On hourly time frame, it's gonna be 1, 2. So I mean, if you want to buy a little bit, I think it's okay. I don't 100% use this wave indicator. I mean, this clearly is sideways. It doesn't mean we'll come back all the way down to 170 something. It could be really just like come back down 180, 190, and then go higher. So if you want to have a starting position, it's fine. But since it dropped, and when market make daily wave 4, I think it may actually drop more. So if you want to wait a little bit, let it settle, it could be okay too. I don't know when NET is earning. I really like NET. And I have only small starting position. And right now it goes above. There's really not much resistance, and an upside target is 190, pretty good. So if you really like not many positions and you want to have a starting position on this, it may not be too bad. I think it's okay, starting position, but it's gone up so much already. Yeah, that's what I see on daily, like 190, 200 some, pretty good. And yes, I don't know. I saw I saw tons of ZS 250 call for June. Um, I don't know what those people are seeing. It's on the weekly value area high. I guess they're eyeing to this level. That's a little bit aggressive. Oh my God, 380. Yeah, so I like the sticker, but I really like it when it's 150, 160 area. That's a little bit too high now for me. ADSK weekly level just getting started, guys. So ADSK has a lot of room. I think ADSK you can really add position now. Starting position is 345. So I like ADSK, I like NET. And team, don't do all three, do one or two max. Don't do all of them. And so other than that, I would recommend to wait until. So Wendy said NAT is the best. And so I think overnight we're gonna finish this move. I still can't believe I got stopped out. Otherwise, my three contract would have made me almost 10K. So anyways, um, tomorrow, if this is print wave three, we may do a little bit put or bear put spread to do a little bit hedging for J-Paul meeting next week. Other than that, a lot of the cybersecurity, cloud security are going to retreat with the market. So let's wait patiently and then we go long on the tickers we like. And micro strategy. So hourly time frame, we should have a pullback. What happened to my micro strategy? I was waiting for three. It didn't save. I was looking for this two level, 360, 345 to go long on the sticker. So I posted it in the swing channel. And other than that, that's it. And so be careful. Um, think about it. Don't do a lot of like if you Liberation Day did an option call, you could get hurt and then money will be gone. I think in a way my husband is right. And the future is also highly leveraged. So if you're not skilled future trader, option trader, just stick with shares. All right, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.